Welcome back, everybody. We got a video today. Okay, what we're going to make today in the workshop is shrimp croquettes. Not salmon croquettes, but shrimp croquettes. We're going to create this and see how it turns out. So I just want to get started with letting you know all the ingredients that we're going to be using. And as you can see, there is a lot of ingredients up here. There's a lot of ingredients because we're actually doing two different dishes, but they're going to go together. So we're having the shrimp croquette, and then we're also going to be making pasta. We're going to make tricolor rotini. See, so we're going to be on the nutritional side as well, but it's all going to be flavored up with so much flavor. You won't even think that it's a nutritional dish. Okay, so we're going to have that with the croquettes. Okay, and first of all, for those croquettes, what we're going to do is use jumbo sized shrimp. You know, the tail off. I peeled all the tails off of them, but I'm going to show you what it looks like in a minute. And it's probably a good idea to use the frozen shrimp, and the reason being is because we're making a croquette, and then we're using panko, and we're using cheese too, and we want everything to kind of stick together, so it will stick better with the frozen shrimp. So that's why we're going to use that one. And the two cheeses that I'm using for the croquettes is smoked Gouda cheese. Oh boy. And we're going to use some shredded Parmesan. Okay, so those two cheeses we're going to put inside the shrimp mix, because what the shrimp we're going to do with it is we're going to puree it. But I'm sure you guys want to taste shrimp and not just, you know, little pieces of it. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay. And this is a big, but the bigger the shrimp is, the lesser it is. But this is what this one looks like. Okay, and it's seasoned up. Already it's seasoned up because I'm going to show you. I actually used all of these ingredients right here. Do you see all these right here? But let me put this back in here though, because we're gonna, yeah, we don't want to let it stay out until we get ready to actually do it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to only put, you know, like half of it and puree it up. And then the other part of the shrimp, I'll just maybe cut it, because they're jumbo shrimps. I'll just cut it, and so that, you know, when you bite into the croquette, you will taste pieces of shrimp, you know, and not just the puree part of it. Okay, but what I put in there are these ingredients right here, because it's going to marinate in these ingredients, and that's what it's doing. That's why I put it back in there. Old Bay seasoning, and don't worry about the measurements because I will put them up there for you guys. And I also put basil leaves in there. It's ground basil. I put that in there. And Mrs. Dash, lemon and pepper, Mrs. Dash, onion and herb. I put in there garlic powder. And I put in there onion powder. And I guess I put ginger in there too. I don't have fresh ginger, but I wish I did. But if you don't, that's what I said, we're going to have to use this. And I put ginger in there too. And I also put in there the gourmet herbs. I put just sprinkled a little bit of them in there, because I'm actually going to put this for the pasta sauce too. So, but I did that. Now, there's other things too. Those are all these. I should just move them out the way here so we won't get confused. So I won't get confused on what I put in there. Okay. Yep. Okay, we're doing that. Okay, now also in there I put, well, I haven't put, we're going to put that in there. We're going to put all the herbs in there. We're going to put some herbs in there. We did our spices, and I did put, this is another spice, peppercorn medley. And this isn't considered a spice, I guess the salt. So we did put some of that in there. Okay, not the honey. Did I say white pepper? And white pepper I put in there too. This peppercorn, white pepper. So you'll know, when I post up the video, you'll know what the measurements are. Okay, and then we're gonna put salt. Okay, and that's for that. Okay, then now the herbs. What I have. Okay, because I'll do that just right in a few minutes. I'll do that, but I'm gonna take part of that shrimp out, and just put it in a small little bowl, and put the rest of it in here because this is what we're gonna puree up with. I'm gonna use an electric mixer. I don't have a processor, so I'm gonna use an electric mixer. So when I come back, I'll already have that done. Okay, so the herbs that I use is, oh my goodness, you know what this is? Rosemary, fresh rosemary. I'm going to put that in there, and I'm also going to put some little dill. You see how much? Just a little dash of the dill seed. We're going to put that in there, and then we're going to put fresh parsley. And I have it in these measuring cups because I think this is the measurements that I'm going to use. So we'll know when I post it up there. And then I also used green onions and chives. Did I say rosemary? Yes, I did rosemary. Oh, and mint. That's what this is. Mint. I put mint in. Well, we're going to put mint in there. We're what do you call it? Experimenting. Experimenting. That's what we're doing because that's what we do. Remember, we create in our workshops. Okay. See. So with those 1, 2, 3, 4 herbs plus this herb, this Italian herb right here. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's get the shrimp and put these herbs inside there. Okay. Let's go ahead. All right. Okay, here we go. Just set it right here. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and let's put in our parsley. Because see, this is gonna you're gonna take some of the shrimp out, but still we'll put the herbs in all together. So all of it will have some on there. Put that one in there. Our little dill. There's the dill. Put that one in there. Okay. Oh gosh. And our rosemary. Put it in there. And then our garden herb. Or so gourmet garden herb. Put a little bit of that in there. Probably we'll just use this little 1/4 thing here. Sprinkle some of that in there. That's probably what we did. About 1/4 teaspoon of that. Okay, so what we're going to do, go ahead and I guess we could mix it up a little bit just to kind of see what's going on here. Now see, remember now, these other seasons that I moved out of the way is already in here. See, so I just added in some herbs now. And see, now that's what's kind of looking like there. Okay, so when we come back, I can basically move all this. We're going to use that again. I can move all that, and this is going to be for the shrimp. When we actually put it in on the skillet there. And then this is going to be our sauce for our pasta. And then we're going to have you know, because it's going to be like a bake thing. It's going to be like a shrimp bake even after it turns into a croquette, because we're going to fry it first and then we're going to bake it. You know, we're going to have that golden color top, you know, before we put it in. And then when we bake it, we're only going to bake it for about 8 minutes. About 8 minutes we're going to bake it. Okay, so and we just, and the pasta doesn't take long. That takes about 7 minutes. So I'm just trying to maximize the time. And like I said, we will be using panko, or Japanese panko. We're going to use that. And we're also going to use the C4, because I use this in my chicken marsala. Another recipe I use this for. But I think what I'll do is we can combine them together. That's what we can do. And then for flavor, well, for flavor, we have other things too. And then there's garlic too that I want to put in the shrimp. And also I want to put the garlic inside here. But remember, I'm going to take a few of them out so we can, you know, taste the shrimp and not have it all pureed up and mixed into a mix for a croquette. Okay, so that's, we have garlic. And then I have refrigerated things that I have in there for this sauce, for the pasta, which is the whipping cream. I'm going to put that in there. And the apple cider. And we're going to have the white wine. So it's going to be like a white sauce. And we're going to put capers in there. It's going to be kind of like the sauce, how I make my my chicken masala. My chicken masala. I make with like a white sauce. So we're going to use capers. But we'll see when we come back. So when we come back, we'll clear this up and straighten this out a little bit here. And did I tell you for the sauce, there's another sauce. There's 3 things we're doing. Another sauce that we're going to be making is a sauce for the croquette. And see, all that is a cup of orange juice, okay? Just squeeze orange juice into a cup, okay? And a tablespoon of honey. And then I needed some kind of a peppery, like a chili pepper thing. But I don't have any chili peppers, so I said, let me try something like, so I put a little chili sauce in there, okay? I put a little chili sauce in there because we're going to use this TSO sauce for the shrimp. I mean, not for the shrimp, for the pasta. I think we're going to use some of that for that. And so that's all that was in here. And actually you refrigerate it. You just kind of keep it refrigerated. Just add the honey, the orange juice, and actually yogurt. But I use sour cream. I use sour cream. And just let it sit in there. And you can use it and heat it back up. Use it and pour it over your croquette. Or you can just have it as on the side. But we'll see when we come back how we're going to do it. We'll see how we're going to do. So when we come back, I'm going to go ahead and separate some of the shrimp, get it in this bowl, and go ahead and mix it up, okay? And then switch out, and we'll see you in a few minutes. See you when we're back. Thank you.